Occasionally, there is a man born into the world whose life is a great arc. A man who seems to offer nothing of any significance, then rises to extraordinary greatness. A man who changes the world, only to have the world he changed turn its back on him. A man who falls in love with a new and raw country, only to end up greatly misunderstood by his new love. But then there were also declarations and constitutions and revolutions and friendships with extraordinary men, and perhaps above all, the thrill of the Enlightenment, when all the potential of humanity was about to burst forth, when it seemed that mankind could begin the world over again.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm happy to stand here before you tonight and look out at our United States of America, and perhaps from the shadows shed a little light on its very beginning, and on that of the French Revolution, and on the idea of reason, and perhaps even on some of the high and low tides of my own life. And if you fear a history lesson tonight, what is history for but to remind us of our better dreams? And what is life for but to search for the truth? So let me begin by saying that the rumors of my addiction to alcohol were a lie. As to me being a filthy little atheist, filthy? No. Untidy? I grant you. Little? Obviously not. An atheist? Never. Not that I am without my faults, as I'm sure you will discover tonight, but I have been much maligned, misused, and misunderstood by our United States of America. Now, this matters little in terms of the man, Thomas Paine, but it matters much in terms of the ideas of the man, Thomas Paine. So, enlightenment, what a concept, that we could end ignorance and poverty. That we, the pawns, could take the power from the kings and queens and bishops, that through reason and curiosity and science, we, the people, could begin the world over again. Well, my world began in Thetford, Norfolk, England. I had an inauspicious childhood. I did sing songs, often when asked not to. I also, at age 8, began reflections on a God of gentleness and kindness, not anger and revenge. I did also at age 8 begin my career as a writer. Epitaph to a Crow by Thomas Paine. Here lies the body of John Crow, who once was high but now is low. Ye brother crows, take warning all, for as you rise, so must you fall. So young, so poetic, and so prophetic. I followed my father's footsteps as a corset maker, to push out and pull in as desired, not conducive to breathing, hence fainting couches. Then, thank God, the 7 Years' War. Then, thank God, I moved to London and debating clubs, each with a speciality, everything from politics to farting, sometimes hard to tell the one from the other. But we were challenging everything, and I was learning how to reason. But life can be elusive for happiness. My wife, Mary, and babe Sarah both died in childbirth. Not an unusual event. Then I became a tax collector, everyone's favorite profession. Then I married and separated from my friend Elizabeth. And then, finally, I sat down at 36 Craven Street with the British American colonial agent Benjamin Franklin, and my life changed. Ben wrote letters of recommendation to some of the most important men in the colonies. An ingenious, worthy young man. If you could put him in way of obtaining employment from the most important man in the colonies. So, yes, with enlightenment in my mind and Ben's letters in my hand, I set sail for that place of new hope and last resort, the colonies. A man who, apart from some fine debates, had spent 37 remarkably unremarkable years on this earth. But I was not discouraged. One must never be too discouraged by failure, nor too elated by success.